Hi, my dear students. After 1 week, we are together now. Okay, now I know you are so anxious about to know what happened to that snake, isn't it? Right. Now, before that, I want to share what are the different events of the first part of the story. What are the different events? Okay, one by one, you please tell me.
A cyclist appeared at the gate and shouted, "A cobra has entered your house."
Mother and her 4 sons ran to the gate and called to her servant Dasa.
The neighbors came to the house and blamed Dasa. They told, "You are the largest servant in the world."
The neighbors and the relatives started cleaning the surrounding of the home.
An old beggar came to the gate and told to the mother, "It is a snake, God Himself who come to visit you. Don't kill the snake." "You are right. I have forgotten the promise of Abhishekam." She gave a coin to old beggar. The old beggar said, "I will send a charmer to catch snakes."
Okay, very good. All of you have said it well. Now, once again, I'll ask, which is the last event of the first part? What is it? Come on, tell once again.
Mother gave a coin to the beggar and she congratulated him. The mother was very happy and the beggar also was very happy.
Okay, very good. Then I want to know one more thing. Okay, Nabila, please tell me. Why did the woman, that old beggar, it's a woman, why did that old woman told that it is a snake, it is not at all a snake, but it's the God himself came to visit your house? Why did she say so?
Beggar tried to make the mother happy. That is why she told that that is not a snake, that is God. So she was pleased to hear that words and the mother gave a coin to her.
Okay, well said, Nabila. Right. Now let's see what happened to the snake. Now listen me. One day, all the peoples were talking about that snake. They were searching for that snake. At that time, an old man appeared at the gate, and he shouted, "Yes, here I am. I am the snake charmer." Now everybody looked at him. All of them were eagerly waiting for that snake charmer. What do you mean by snake charmer? Anybody can tell me? What do you mean by snake charmer? Yes, snake charmer is a person who control the movements of the snake by playing music. Who control the movements of the snake? Now I will show a man. That man is very familiar to you. See the photo? Okay, can you tell me his name? He's a very familiar person to you. Who is that? What? Yes, Baba Suresh. Okay, right. Now here the snake charmer. A man told that I am the snake charmer. And everyone gathered around him. Then he started to tell about his life and the adventurous activities he had done in his life and his power over the snake, etc. Then everyone was anxiously hearing it. Now at that time, somebody asked, okay, now somebody pointed to a hole and told him, look at that hole where the snake has gone, and go ahead and catch that snake. At that time, that old man became confused. And what did he tell you know? He told that, now if you show me the snake, I will catch it at once. Otherwise how can I? Whenever you see the snake, call me or send me a person to me. I'm living nearby and I will give you the name. I will come soon. Okay? After saying this, he left the place. In the evening, everyone threw their stick in their hand and they returned to the veranda and rested there for a while. They removed each and every stone in their yard and they cut down the each and every shrubs and bushes. And after that, all of them were discussing about different threat. They were discussing about the threat of the different reptiles. What do you mean by reptiles? The creatures which crawls over the ground, snake, mongooses, etc. Now they were discussing about their manners and how could they protect themselves in the future. Their discussion is going on like this. At that time, Dasa came with a water pot, with a slab stone water pot. Its mouth is covered with a slab of stone. He put that pot down on the floor and told, "Here it is. I have caught it. I saw him in a hole, peeped out of it. I caught that snake and put it in the pot." Everyone wondered. And after that, he began to tell the methods he used to catch it. And everyone listened very carefully. And after that, he told, "Don't call me an idol hereafter." And everyone gazed at the pot. What do you mean by gazed? And looked sharply. Gazed at the pot from a distance because there is the snake is inside it. Then our mother was very happy and she complimented him. And also she had placed some milk in that pot as a sort of religious duty. Come on, tell me, why did she place some milk in that pot? Can anybody tell?
Mother told that it is not a snake in that pot, it is a god, and she wanted to give Abhishekam to that god.
Okay, very good. That's correct. Right answer. After saying this, Dasa took that pot again in his hand and told them, "I'm going to hand over this pot to that snake charmer living nearby." And he left the place. After his return, that means after 5 minutes, all the people, all the friends, relatives and neighbors were talking in that yard. At that time, after 5 minutes, the youngest son of that family, this is a child, the youngest son of that family, cried, "See there!" Everyone looked behind. Now they saw a snake. They saw a snake peeping out of a hole. See the photo? Okay, that snake emerged from that hole and glided along the gate. And that snake stood for a while and looked everyone there and raised his hood. Raised his hood. What do you mean by hood? What do you mean by hood? See the photo. Okay, did you see that hood and cobra's head? Now, whenever the snake become threatened, or whenever it become very angry and nervous, at that time cobra raised his head and flattened his head. That is the hood. You can see the very beautiful design, isn't it? Okay, that our cobra raised his head and crawled under the gate and disappeared through the drain. Everyone shocked. And they told, "Does it mean there are two cobra in this compound?" What about your opinion? Are the two cobra? At that time, the one of the boys in that house, he's a college boy, he murmured. What does he say? He murmured, I wish I had taken that risk. Which risk? To knock the pot in Daza's hand. Then we might have understood what are there inside it. Okay, come on, tell me, why did that boy say so? Actually, are there two cobra in that compound? Then we saw that a pot in Daza's hand. What is there inside that pot? What is the content of that pot? Come on, tell me. There are three questions. What is the content of that pot, or what is there inside that pot? And why does that college boy say so? And are there two cobra? Find out the reply or find out the answer of these questions and think about that questions and give me the reply on the next class. Okay? Before we wind up the class, all of you take your textbook. I'll read. All of you read after me. All of you take page number 25, paragraph, third paragraph. Okay? All of you look at the book very carefully. I'll read first. You read after me. Okay. Presently, an old man appeared at the gate and announced himself as the snake charmer. They gathered around him. He spoke to them of his life and activities and his power over snake. They asked admiringly, "How do you catch them?" "Thus," he said, pouncing upon an imaginary snake on the ground. He pointed at the direction in which the cobra had gone and asked him to go ahead. He looked helplessly and said, "If you show me the snake, I will catch it at once. Otherwise, what can I do? The moment you see it again, send for me. I live nearby." He gave his name and departed. At 5 in the evening, they threw away their sticks and implements and returned to the veranda to rest. They had turned up every stone in the garden and cut down every grass blade and shrub, so that the tiniest insect coming to the garden should have no cover. They were loudly discussing various measures they would take to protect themselves against reptiles in the future. Okay, now in this page there are a lot of new words. All of you take your pen and underline the words. I will read. All of you take your pen. The first word, that is admiringly. Admiringly. Okay, the second one, pouncing. Pouncing. The next word, that is departed. And the next paragraph, implement. And the next one, tiniest. Tiny, very small. Tinier and tiniest. These are the three forms of the word tiny. And the next one, reptiles. Reptiles. Okay, you find out the meaning of this word from the glossary or dictionary. Okay, now let's go to the next page. All of you take page number 26. But one sentence is in the previous page that I'll read. When Daza appeared before them, carrying a water pot whose mouth was sealed with a slab of stone, he put the pot down and said, "I have caught him in this. I saw him peeping out of it. I saw him before he could see me." He explained the strategy he had employed to catch and seal up the snake in the pot. They stood at a safe distance and gazed on the pot. Daza had the glow of champion on his face. Don't call me an idler hereafter, he said. Mother complimented him on his sharpness and wished she had placed some milk in the spot as a sort of religious duty. He picked up the pot cautiously and walked off, saying that he would leave the pot and its contents with the snake charmer living nearby. He became the hero of the day. They watched him in great admiration and decided to reward him adequately. It was 5 minutes since Daza had gone when the youngest son cried, "See there!" Out of a hole in the compound wall, a cobra emerged. It glided along towards the gate, paused for a moment to look at the gathering in the veranda with its hood half raised. It crawled under the gate and disappeared along the train. When they recovered from the shock, they asked, "Does it mean there are two snakes here?" The college boy murmured, "I wish I had taken the risk and knocked the water pot from Dasa's hand. We might have known what it contains. What it contained. Okay, there are some new words. Let's mark it. All of you take your pen. I will tell. The first word, that is peeping. First word, that is peeping. Can you see the peeping? Okay, now you may search in the glossary, like use the word peep. And the next one, the strategy. And the third one, an idler. And the fourth word, that is adequately. In the second paragraph, you can see first one, emerged. Next, glider. Then you may search emerge and glide in the dictionary or the glossary. And one more word is the disappeared. Then what's the opposite of disappeared? It is very clear from that word itself. And the next word, that is murmured. Then you may search the word murmur. Okay, all of you find out the meaning of all these words from the dictionary, from the glossary at the end of this chapter, or from the dictionary, or search in the Google. Okay, thank you.